This video I will explain what is MCP client and MCP server. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. MCP helps an AI system communicate with external tools and data sources. Inside this system, the client sends request. The server provides tools or information. Both work together like a conversation between two people. Simple one-line difference. MCP client asks for information or action. MCP server provides information or performs actions. This is the biggest difference. Now we will see the real life example. Imagine you are in a restaurant. You ask for food. The waiter takes your request to the kitchen. The kitchen prepares the food. The waiter brings the food back to you. Now let's compare this with MCP. The waiter is the MCP client. The kitchen is the MCP server. The waiter does not cook food. The kitchen does not directly talk to the customers. Both have separate responsibilities. MCP works in a very similar way. What is an MCP client? An MCP client is the component that sends request, asks for information, communication with the MCP servers, returns responses back to the AI model. You can think of MCP client as a messenger. The client says, please give me this information. Now we will see simple example of MCP client. Suppose you ask an AI assistant, show my latest bank transactions. The AI itself does not store your bank records. So the MCP client creates the request, sends the request to the correct MCP server, waits for the response, returns the information to the AI. The client mainly manages communication. What are the main responsibilities of MCP client? Sends request, manage communication, transfers context, receive responses, passes information to the AI. In simple words, the client handles a communication flow. What is an MCP server? MCP server is the component that provides tools, accesses data, performs actions, responds to client request. Think of the server as a service provider. The server says, here is the information you requested. Simple example of MCP server. Let's continue with the same banking example. The MCP server may connect to your bank database, retrieve transaction history, format the data properly, send the result back. The server contains access to actual tools and systems. What are the main responsibilities of MCP server? The MCP server mainly provides data, executes actions, accesses external systems, handles tool operations, and returns results. The server does the actual work behind the scenes. Now we will see how MCP client and MCP server work together. Now let us understand the complete flow. User sends request. For example, show my recent sales report. AI understands the request. AI realizes sales data is needed. External system access is required. MCP client sends request. The MCP client sends a request to the MCP server. For example, please get the latest sales report. MCP server accesses data. The server connects to the database, finds the report, collects the information. Server returns the response. Server sends the report back to the MCP client. MCP client sends data to AI. The MCP client forwards the information to the AI model. AI responds to user. The AI can now reply, sales increased by 12% this month. That completes the entire process. Now we will see the analogy. Think about a food delivery app. A customer places an order. The delivery app sends the request. The restaurant prepares the food. The delivery app returns the delivery status. Now map this to MCP. The delivery app is the MCP client. The restaurant is the MCP server. The delivery app coordinates communication. The restaurant performs the actual work. Important difference between client and server. MCP client. The client mainly requests, communicates, and transfer information. The client asks, "Can you do this?" MCP server. The server mainly provides tools, accesses systems, returns results. The server answers, "Yes, here is the result." Now we will see real life technical example. Suppose an AI coding assistant needs GitHub data. The MCP client sends a request. Get repository details. The MCP server connects to GitHub and retrieves code files, pull request, and repository information. Then the server sends the data back. Why this separation is useful? Separating the client and server provides many benefits. First one, cleaner design. Each component has one job. Client handles communication, server handles tools and data. Second one, better scalability. Many clients can use one server. For example, multiple AI applications can connect to the same database server. Third one, easier maintenance. Developers can update servers without completely changing the clients. Fourth one, better security. Servers can control permissions, authentication, and data access. This makes systems safer. What is context in this process? Context means information needed to complete a task. Examples include user request, file content, database records, and previous conversation. The client and server help to move this context safely between different systems. Now we will see the summary. MCP client sends request and manages communication. MCP server provides tools, data, and actions. The client asks for information. The server performs the actual work. Both work together to help AI access external systems. This architecture makes AI systems more organized and scalable.